Hey, what's going on, retards? Azuki Snoy here. Alright, I think it's time for me to go unmask. It's time for me to go show the entire point of a lot of these videos. Or most of them, at least. And that is one thing. Popularity. So, there is layers to this, like an onion. I'm gonna go and explain a few of them. If you've noticed the recent trend, like a couple of these videos, like the Lethal Company one, the one last video where I covered memes, level 5 Garrett, fucking, what was the one before that? It was, streamers, I guess, kind of. I guess this kind of goes into there. But I don't like popular things, and it's not because I am a contrarian asshole, as a lot of people may believe. It's more so because I feel like when things become popular or are on their way to be popular, then there are problems with popularity that follow. Now let me explain. So to do a TLDR of the first video I made, which was Lethal Company, I said the game was fine. I don't really care much for it. I think it's a fine game, hee hee, hoo hoo, whatever. But the problem with being popular, as with many things, people don't shut the fuck up about it. And if you're a TF2 fan, well, then you'll understand this. Or more so, you've partaken in it. I fucking hate it when I go onto any kind of social media, the few that I use, or now even with YouTube's dog shit algorithm, which they somehow changed, I get recommended like, the funniest Lethal Company moments. And then it's the same shit, different fucking video, same boring ass YouTuber. The only difference with this video is that they replaced the Bracken with fucking Goku. The same fucking mod that I've seen 50 fucking times in all of, and all clip formations and everything. It's just not funny. Having what do you call it? An over access, is that the correct term? Of something isn't usually a good thing. When you have too much of it, then it becomes watered down. It becomes unimpressive, boring even. And that's kind of how I feel about something like Lethal Company. Since it exploded, it's like, well, now I have to go watch these fucking retards on TikTok, even though I don't use TikTok, because people still post it as a meme on other platforms. TikTok, fucking Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I fucking hate it when that's all I see. It's shoved in my fucking face, and I have no choice but to just either scroll past it or just be like, okay, let's see how different this one is, and then it's the same thing. So that's one. It gets shoved into your face, even if you don't follow anyone like that. Of course, one guy's gonna fucking repost it or whatever. Number 2. Typically, when things become popular, I feel like a lot of people that like it don't actually like it. And by that I mean it's a meme nowadays, but I usually see people say this in terms of fucking political stupid shit. But sheeple, literally people who are just sheep, monkey see, monkey do type shit. That's how I feel about popular shit. I feel like a lot of people who played Lethal Company, this is also another example. I know I'm going hard on Lethal Company, but remember, I think the game's fine. It's just another recent example that I have to show. Lethal Company and I'm trying to think of the that other one that came after it that was very much so inspired. Content warning. There you go. Fucking content warning. Content warning. And Among Us, and just anything, literally fucking anything at all. I mean, actually, I could even use some somewhat recent example. It was a couple years ago. A lot of Twitch streamers, Critical at the time, started to go play Rust. And it was actually the few times I actually felt like modern Critical content was kind of fun to watch, surprisingly. But I felt like a lot of people who then went to go play Rust played it only for that time just to stop. Not talking about Charlie, I'm talking about the fucking fans. I feel like that happened with Lethal Company and everything else I've mentioned, where once something's popular, they'll play it, and then once the popular thing dies, they're like, I'm done. I feel like they only do it just to go get some sort of like social boost, I guess you could say, to be like, yeah, I like popular thing. This is kind of reminding me of fucking Reddit, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I feel like that's how a lot of people are with media in general. Whenever I see someone boast about anime too, that's something I have a lot of knowledge on. The anime of the season, I'll see people jerk this shit off harder than like, I don't know, but they'll definitely jerk that shit off hard. And then again, once it's done, I'll never see it again. And it's not just because, oh, well, it's a one season thing, you know, they just want to go talk about it because it's a new thing. It's like, well, no. Because you'll still see images of, and like people talking about something like Lucky Star, as unfortunate as that may be. You'll see people, you know, post images of like fucking Love Live girls and like, you know, all this shit. You'll still see it referenced, is the point I'm trying to say. Even with the recent thing like Frieren, I'm sure Frieren is a good show because I can tell that people actually kind of enjoyed it and people are still talking about it. And, I mean, well, I do have some friends who did say it was a decent show, so I'm willing to believe them. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people flock to that shit and it kind of causes a huge bubble, so to say, a huge, like, a gassing up problem where it bloats it, so to say, where you get the idea that it's more popular than it actually is. It feels more like you're playing with again, another meme, but it feels like you're playing with NPCs. That's my issue. Before we go into the next one, let's do a quick wrap up. So yeah, number one. Oh no, has the video been this fucking long and I forgot? Holy shit. The point is, okay, yeah. So number one, it was people shove that shit in your face because they become hyper addicted to it. That's what it was. And then number two, I feel like people aren't actually interested in it. They just do it for like a social kind of thing. And then thirdly, there seems to be a trend where, what would you call this? It's not even like a dick riding kind of trend, but it seems like when it comes to popularity, the biggest issue is like, I think the reason some things are genuinely more popular than they are is because I've even heard this from like, you know, some friends of mine, which are like, when you critique something, they either just label you as a fucking hater, which first of all is retarded. If you bring that shit to me, I'll kill you. But when it comes to critiquing something, you know, you see the people say, oh, just let people enjoy things, or, you know, you'll see people be like, oh man, you hate everything, when that's not the case at all. It's just the fact of like, I feel like now, since we have these people who like get super, like, it's weird, they get hyper sensitive with criticism or someone just straight up not liking something, even if it is a delusional reason, they still just don't like it, but then they get all pissy when like you hate on their like little show, little game, something like that. Like, for example, I had a conversation with this one friend with Helldivers. There is this bug for a little bit where if you got put on fire by one of the fucking robots or just anything, then you'd insta-die. This was on literally every single difficulty, and I was telling my friend, yeah, that's kind of retarded. And then he was like, oh, that's a bug. And I was like, okay. This has been in for like 2 weeks. I feel like they could just drop a patch at any time just to quickly fix it. You know what I mean? Or at the very least address it. And then he said, you know, Snowy, I don't care. I don't care. This isn't why I play the game, and I still have fun. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm literally telling you, so this is game breaking, dare I say. The fact that you get put on fire for a minute and you instantly fucking die on any difficulty, and you're gonna sit there and tell me I'm wrong because this is a legitimate, like, an actual issue that hinders your gameplay? That's fucking stupid. It's fine if you don't agree. My issue isn't that you're agreeing, it's that you're trying to downplay my criticism by you living... It's not even like ignorance, because like you clearly saw what I told you, and you clearly accept it as some form of criticism, but your ass is so delusional that it's like you plug your ears and then you close your eyes and you're like la 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 la, like what the fuck? Why are people like this? Third reason out of the way, people are very sensitive with critiquing and just want to live in La La Land and then just jerk it off. My final reason, and I get it, this isn't the media's, not the media, the fucking popularity. No, fuck, no. What am I saying? This isn't the media's fault in general because they attract certain fans, and I understand that. There is a huge, as I'm sure everyone knows, consuming problem in a lot of fandoms, I'd say. A lot of people that partake in like anime, games, stuff like that. For example, because I need to use examples, Yakuza. I've been playing Yakuza. I just finished 5. I played 0 to 5. I do plan on playing 6, 7. Man who erased his name. I'm not playing fucking, what was it, Gaiden? That one play one that was like in the 1800s. Fuck that. I heard that's terrible. I'm going to play Infinite Wealth. Anyway, Yakuza fans are kind of retarded, I'll be real with you. They're almost kind of like Call of Duty fans, where like no matter what, they'll consistently buy the next entry every single time. Now, I know this isn't relevant too much with Yakuza today, because I know Infinite Wealth was a smash hit, the Man Who Erased His Name was fine, and 7 was also like a big hit. But for me, 4 and 5 fucking sucked dick, to be quite frank with you. They had good ideas, but they just sucked. I hated it. I don't know much about 6. I heard 6 is a bit better, but I don't know. But whenever I bring up 4 or 5 in conversation with a Yakuza fan, it's like their brain just fucking melts, and then you see static coming out of their fucking heads, like they're like short-circuiting whenever they hear any sort of criticism about like why I hate it. Or not even hate it, it's just why I don't even like it. And then they're like, I disagree, and then like that's it. That's all they say. They don't even like say anything like else to go defend them. I've heard this from several other people who just say, they always end it with just I like it, and it's like that's fine. I agree with you, dude. There are so many games I know are shitty that I like. And I just say I like it because I acknowledge that they're shitty, and that's fine. You can like what you like. My issue isn't that you're liking it. My issue is that you're trying to defend it. But then when I, when I uppercut your ass with a good like counter argument, then you guys you guys just fall to your knees and start crying. That's how I feel about Yakuza fans. Call of Duty fans are a completely different thing. These people are fucking brainwashed. They will literally... I feel like they actually are robots, because they will just buy any other installment. That's just how that shit goes. It's like it's hardwired into their DNA. So, yeah. Popularity, in many forms, is a bad thing. I don't really like a lot of popular things. Again, not necessarily because, ooh, popular thing bad, but it's because there's things that I feel like people don't really acknowledge about the medium that I feel like are issues, you know? So what I want you to take from this video is that, look, if I hate something popular, understand I'm not being a contrarian asshole, and if I am, then I'll be sure to fucking tell you that I'm being a contrarian asshole. Just understand, there's a lot of things I don't like because it was put on my plate forcibly and for the other reasons I've stated. Okay, can I conclude this now? Are we done? Does anyone have any questions? It seems like it's a no. I don't see any of you raising your hand. Okay, cool. Anyway, hey, I just want to go say thank you guys so much for your support, especially on last video. I have no fucking clue how I got 200 views. I didn't even do anything. That's crazy, and thank you. I salute to you guys hardcore. I got some more shit cooking. I'll try to make this a bit more regular, and yeah. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. See ya.